What's poppin', y'all? I must be a wizard because I randomly went on one of my many tangents in a video several days ago, or towards the end of last week, like Thursday or so. And I was talking about, when was the last time Akademiks premiered a track like he was doing during the beef? And I think the game track was the last one that he had premiered. But an Akademiks was more so coverage and media. Think of like a TMZ. And he premiered a couple of tracks post Drake beef, which I think we should get more stuff like that. Like he premiered that game track. He premiered the Chris Brown track. I think we need a little bit more of that. Well, it's really out of his hands, but that was really cool. I was like, that was a kind of like a cool era. You get to see tracks premiered on a live stream. It's like the new version of Funk Flex, except you're not getting 25 Funk Flex bombs being dropped. And then several hours later, what happens is Akademiks premieres a game song featuring Drake that a lot of people labeled as a diss to Kendrick Lamar or a response. It was the first time Game had said anything after things were being talked about or rumored about that, why can't he get into contact with Kendrick Lamar? It all started with the Stat Quo podcast, Third Verse podcast, I think. I want to give credit where credit is due. So the song drops. It's not too much of a diss. The cover of the song, it does resemble kind of like a GNX car, except it's burnt. Some of the lyrics, you go through it, you're like, is he taking shots at Kendrick? I think he's just addressing the situation. But what happened was Drake doesn't really have a verse on it. The song is good. I do like the song. You've probably listened to it at this point. But I do wish that I had asked for something, something that would benefit my life a little bit more than a song premiering on a live stream. And I'm like, my wish came true in a couple of hours. But hey, I didn't ask for something great. It is what it is. So what happened next was a lot of people were speculating, what's going on with Drake? Why isn't he posting the song? Because he'll usually post anything that he's doing. I mean, he posted himself at a Karol G concert. Karol G song comes out very soon after, which I believe he posted. Posts himself at a Ella Langley show in Little Rock, Arkansas, I think it is. So I'm not too sure if the song is going to come out with her. Akademiks had previously said you might see him pop out with a song with Ella Langley. You never know. I don't know. I've only listened to Ella Langley, that Choosing Texas song, 2 days ago. And I can see why it's a number one. It's like the number one song you could possibly put in the background of anything. Like you walk into a mall, you walk into a random store, it's probably playing, it's on the radio playing. So I understand why it's number one. Do I think it was more of a viral phenomenon than Lil Nas X's song? No, but hey, we're in a new era where old ancient methods like radio are still weighed so heavily. But hey, it is what it is. Anyway, Akademiks would call out Drake and said that he's got to show him some love and post it because he hadn't posted any stories.
You got to show some love to the Games album. I'm sorry. Drake, respectfully, in a way, and I know OVO fans are going to be mad at this, in a way where the niggas that don't with you or haven't with you, like the game has stood by you. Like the Games album's out this week. Throw it up on it. Don't do that, Kendrick. Throw it up on a story one time for my guy. Throw it up on a story just one time. You got a song on there. You don't got to throw up a song, but at least you got to acknowledge them all rocking with you. Because you know what I mean. I'm just kind of going off history and kind of watching how a lot of turn on you. The game is a solid. He got his project out. Not saying that if you post his album is gonna do hella numbers now, but I just think that we live in a time you gotta appreciate loyalty. And throw the album up, bro. Throw the album up. All right.
So when I saw this, I thought to myself, he's got a point here. Like Drake not posting that after the game sacrificed a lot for Drake. Now, the reason why we found out that Kendrick Lamar no longer messes with Drake or no longer messes with the game is because he brought Drake to Compton in 2015. And this is just such a whack behavior because there wasn't a public beef at the time. And for you to get mad at Game over that and not tell him that's why you were mad, it's really... The more we are seeing about Kendrick Lamar, you realize this guy's talented. He's great. However, he is, I wouldn't say unsatisfied. I just think he wishes the world were a different way. He's like, why do people like that guy? I can't understand why they like that guy. I mean, he said he's a hater. There's no reason for him to hate Drake. He just said, I just hate everything about him. Which, at least with DMX, it was very fair. He's like, man, I don't like anything about that guy. Shout out to DMX, though. One of the legends, the guy that was spanking Jay-Z when it came to numbers. He was running New York for a while. DMX, that is. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm on a tangent. Let me veer back into place. So Drake would post a song hours after, and he would tag Los Angeles Confidential, which is The Game. So yeah, like The Game, he didn't show up to the pop out. He never said anything about Drake. And The Game is a West Coast brand. So him showing out for those guys, which I don't know if he was invited, wasn't invited. Wack 100, who's been Game's manager for a very long time, has said like, yo, Game he can just show up. Like, he doesn't need to be invited, but not being invited does say something. So he held it down, and Drake has been rewarding everybody for their loyalty. He's been handing out chains, handed Ben the Don OVO chain, handed Akademiks a chain, and Game is somebody that if he turned on Drake when it would have benefited him to do so, he would have suffered a lot more perception-wise on the West Coast. YG, I don't know if he turned on Drake, but he definitely isn't in Drake's good graces anymore, that's for sure. But there is a little bit more of a deeper relationship between them, or a rift between their relationship, because Drake did give one of YG's ops a feature in Draco the Ruler, who's the guy that they're saying that YG's going to get arrested for killing. I don't know about that. We're going to have to see. But Akademiks would respond to the claim by people, including me, that I think he bullied Drake into doing something like that. Not actually bullied.
Shout to Drake. He knows what to do, the right thing, and the right thing was to support a who's been supporting you. I can't make that call. If y'all think that, and I don't know if y'all trying to get at him or trying to like gas me up. I can't tell a do nothing. He's a real or he's not. If he ain't a real, he not gonna do it. If he a real, he gonna do it regardless. Now, did I know he gonna do it before I even said it? Well, you keep thinking. That's all I'm gonna say. But shout to Game. Everybody's saying that Game album's kind of going up. What you thinking?
Yeah, it is. I believe so.
Hey, by the way, why you ain't tell me that he got a bunch of more tracks? He talking on there. He talking on there. I was just giving that. He talking though.
Hey, bro. He delivered he delivered a real album, a real rap album. I came from. He delivered. I mean, bro. We've been getting a lot of crazy shit, but he delivered a real rap album, bro. I came from. He did his thing. He did his thing. Now, is Drake coming with a new album end of the year? Is that what I'm saying? 4 albums, bro, already. You got to come with something.
Oh, no, I hung up. But no, I don't. Listen, man. Did y'all see I be like, let's move on from talking about Drake for a second. Let's move on. We got mad other stuff to talk about. Shout to Drake. Shout to the Crody. That's my guy. That's my guy. And by the way, let me tell y'all this. For all, hey, you see how y'all got the claiming Kendrick not saying nothing but Mac Wop and TDE, Keem and T-Rel and Smack, they talking crazy. Yo, listen, man. Me and Drizzy, that's the gang, okay? That's the homie, man. Don't you worry. But just out of respect, Akademiks can't tell Drake a motherfucking thing to do. And by the way, let's put it vice versa. Drake can't tell Akademiks a motherfucking thing to do. Okay? So it's one of those things where, of course, we got mutual respect, but trust me, and again, I don't want to burst y'all bubble. Don't even give me that credit of saying that, oh, Akademiks said this and that. No. It ain't, listen, it's either you a real or not. Okay? And when YG and DJ Mustard and them niggas drop their project, you know who's not a real because he's not posting it. When a who show you love, been a real solid one for you, could have switched up, you know what I mean? Did the 23andMe, he gonna be a real for you. That's it. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Ain't got nothing, got a goddamn thing to do with me. I'm just letting y'all know that now. All right? And so, T-Rel and them, I get y'all confused and everything, but let's talk about this. How come the who produced Not Like Us, Mustard, ain't get a shout out? No story. How come he ain't getting this fire, I'm listening to it right now? None of that. How come YG don't get that? None of that. How come Schoolboy Q don't get that? None of that. How come he don't with none of y'all? The reality is that, listen, Drake my mans, but everybody know I can't tell Drake what to do, and everybody know Drake can't tell me what to do. With each other, though. And also, this got nothing to do with me. This is Drake and Game relationship, okay? So, if y'all think that me saying something is why it got posted, you're f***ing wrong. If you ain't want to post it, you ain't want to post it. It is what it is.
I think this is cap. I think this is absolutely cap. Drake was not this isn't one of those things where you plan to post it. We're like, yo, like let's run this play, quote unquote, and we're going to make sure it gets posted because Whack 100, he first spoke on this the day before it dropped because the podcast that he does weekly with Adam 22, it drops on a Sunday. And in that podcast, he said like, yo, what's up with Drake? Like he didn't post this. So I'm hollering at everybody that's 1 degree of separation from Drake, Aiden Ross, Akademiks, etc. And he's like, oh, he's got to post this. He shows love to everything else. So for Akademiks to come out and say that, nah, I just think he wants to protect Drake's image. He doesn't want Drake to look like, yo, Akademiks is telling you what to do, even though Akademiks is correct here. Like Drake should have posted that. And it's one of those things where when the song is dropping, if it's dropping because you had to clear it. And it's one of those things you see and you just post it. For Akademiks to be speaking on it and for Whack 100 to be speaking on it, it means you already saw it and you chose not to post it. Which, if you're doing the song but not posting it, I don't really get it. Now, this does sound ridiculous because, like, yo, we're talking about a post, seriously? But it does get that serious. Like, it's a cosign. And if you're not cosigning a track that you're on, it means you don't really care. I mean, Drake be posting tracks with Smiley. He be posting tracks that Smiley has that he's not even on. So if you're posting, I don't want to disrespect Smiley like that. If you're posting people who make terrible music, like Smiley, for the most part, then Game, of all people, that's been holding it down for this long? Come on. And Game was saying that there might be another version with a longer verse that might be dissing Kendrick.
Hey, is there a verse from Drake that we haven't heard yet? That was supposed to be on No Breaks?
Maybe, maybe I pulled it off because I didn't need it. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, man, that is not the first version of that song. There was about 3 versions, and some other versions, they weren't really too kind, So I pulled certain things off the album. I pulled a lot. I altered the album a lot to make sure that the focus would be more on music and less on BS, man, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it to protect certain individuals?
Maybe it was just to protect the coast as a whole. You know what I'm saying? I think it was better just to deliver an album full of music with no beefs. I don't think I'm dissing anyone on the album, if I can be perfectly honest.
Okay.
I'm going to say this. I don't want that. I do not want that because I don't want Drake just touching this Kendrick thing ever. Like subs, like gloating about how you're winning again. Those things are cool, like very small subliminals. But to drop a verse on this guy, I just don't. It's doing too much for a Kendrick Lamar. And the game going at him, I just think this is why West Coast, sucks isn't the word, but this is what's disappointing about it, is that if he disses Kendrick Lamar, now all of these politics are involved and now all this violence can happen when Game can't even get an answer for why somebody doesn't mess with him. And people are gaslighting the Game too. This is what irritates me, is that they're telling them like, man, you're talking about you took him on his first tour and you did all this for him and you're entitled. Yes, he is entitled to a response to why somebody doesn't mess with him anymore. Yeah, I think he's entitled to that. Like somebody that was your man's, that you did a lot for. He's not saying give me a feature. He never complained about that. He's not saying Kendrick never posted my album. He never said any of that. He just said, yo, can you tell me why you don't mess with me anymore? Can we get on the phone? I think he's entitled to that. Hey, don't try and gaslight the Game and tell him that, yo, man, you're tripping. You're just trying to get attention like a diva, like Black Boy Max. You a diva or a demon? No, he deserved he deserves a call from the guy. Okay. Do I think Game dissing him would get a response? I think it would force Kendrick Lamar to respond because Kendrick Lamar, he's not doing this for the love of the game. Joey Badass took out the entire West Coast, spanked him up and down. Shout out Pro Era. Shout out Joey. Shout out to him for getting a divorce or getting rid of his engagement. Yes, I'm saying shout out to him for that because that means we're getting good music. Do I care about his fiance or whatever that situation was? God bless her. I mean, she's in good health, so good for you. However, that relationship, it isn't doing much for me as the listener. Now, Joey being out of that situation now, that's going to do something for me as the listener. And, I don't know Joey Badass personally, so I don't really feel too much about that situation. But I know we're getting good music, so yeah, I hope Joey Badass is in the studio, get those emotions out, drop some good music. And I think that is a tangent that I am deviating on. No, actually. We're going to reroute it. Yeah, Joey taking shots at Kendrick Lamar, and now everybody's saying, man, Kendrick don't got to respond to him. He cloud chasing. Kendrick don't got to respond. He responds to whoever he wants. Okay. And this is why I think Drake should have just never took that battle with that guy. Just keep ignoring him. Because eventually it would have turned into, oh man, this guy, he's just keeps clipping at Drake's heels. Like, when is this loser going to stop begging for his attention? But the storyline of that beef and Kendrick winning and Drake losing ended up, I think, invigorating Drake and new life into his career, where it stopped being, okay, this guy's winning and winning and winning and winning and winning. Like, we're tired of you winning. Like, he takes a L, and then now it's like a comeback. We get 3 great albums out of it. Do I think we would have gotten 3 albums? I don't think so, if he just kept on winning. So we benefited in a way. But yeah, I think Akademiks is the reason why Drake posted that 100%. I think Akademiks is trying to run cover for him in that regard, which is understandable. Like, you don't want people thinking that Drake takes marching orders, for lack of a better term, from Akademiks. But I do think it was good advice that he gave him, where he's like, yo, you got, but do I think it should have been said on stream? If that's his man's at this point. Like, the guy's, he had his chaining day. So that's his man's. I think that's something that you hit him with text. You're like, yo, you have to post this song, like, right now. I'm about to premiere it. Then, you know, you could say, like, yeah, you know, Drake posted it, instead of him not posting it and then getting into the conversation and saying he needs to do that and reward Game's loyalty, which I think Game should have gotten a big reward for what he's done. I think he should have gotten a feature on he's got to bring him out or something. Something needs to be done to reward Game more than just this couple of vocals. Like, this is Lefty Gunplay on GNX at this point. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.